Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion blog coverage. We are live at Gencon 2017. Thanks in part to our amazing Kickstarter backers. Thank all of you for sending us to Gencon year after year. Also, our amazing sponsors. We got Tasty Minstrel Games, who sponsors everything we do. Bleem Games, who has an upcoming version of Dark Mages coming out later this year. And then Medieval Lords, who has Black Souls coming to Kickstarter in just a month or two. But right now, we are at the Plan B Games booth, and I'm very excited because this is one of those ones that I really wanted to check out. We're here with Mike, and we're going to learn about Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter.
Hey, Forrest. So what we have here is Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter. It takes all the elements from Flick 'em Up, Dexterity Cowboy game that we released a couple years ago, and marries them with Dead of Winter. So you're going to see unique mechanisms that you didn't find in the original. So first and foremost, it's purely cooperative for the first half of the scenarios. The zombie tower over here is what used for the AI program movement. You make noise, the zombies are going to be stacked on top and dump out using their numbers to try to attack you as well as move. You're going to have a number of new weapons like the baseball bat. You have a shotgun, a knife in here, a bunch of characters from Dead of Winter, also crossroad cards which could do all kinds of neat effects like breaking an arm, so you can no longer use your dominant hand when shooting and flicking to move. You have to use your non-dominant hand, as well as some good effects like finding food or finding some health. And true to Dead of Winter fashion, you have betrayer cards with the hidden objectives.
Okay. And those crossroad cards, it's still the same as Dead of Winter, where you're not going to know if it's going to happen or not, or how does that work?
So, in order to make it work, we've taken out the explicit character portion of it. So you're going to flip it over. It will happen. Okay. Half are good, half are bad.
Okay. And I know you guys have made the transition from wood to plastic. So what the base game of this, is it wood? Is it plastic? How does that work?
It's plastic. So what we decided to do as an editorial reason is anything that we have a licensed IP on, we're going to go plastic. It's cost saving. Yeah. But furthermore, you can nearly 2.5, 3 times as many components in this box as you did with Flick. To spec that out in wood, it's going to just send the retail through the roof. We look at it, more game, less cost. That's a win-win.
Now, how did this mother, that's not the right word, how did this this relationship come to be? Did you guys reach out to Plaid Hat, or did they reach out to you? How does that work?
So, you go back a couple years ago, F2Z owned both Plaid Hat Games as well as Pretzel Games, and I asked Isaac this, how did this come together? Well, we saw a little promo where a Flick 'em Up guy knocked over a zombie standee with a bullet, and that got the gears turning that this would be neat to throw into this universe. So, a couple years later, through multiple development iterations, we got it.
All right, and when is Twilight Imperium Flick 'em Up? That's what I want. Are there any other things? Obviously, you can't talk about
them. Only we can get that crossover, right?
Obviously, you can't talk about it, but do you guys have anything else that would be things that you would like to do to incorporate Flick 'em Up in with as well?
I wish we could. As it stands right now, that still stands as Plaid Hat's IP. I don't see us using that, but we're always entertaining the idea of trying to bring new elements into existing games, as long as it makes sense. So we'll see how this does and see if that means better or different dexterity games in the future.
All right, 2 more questions. Is this completely standalone, or is there any way this can be mixed up with the original Flick 'em Up?
Completely standalone.
Okay. And do you still have things in the pipes for the original Flick 'em Up?
I haven't seen anything else other than the Giant Edition that we've come out. I'd love to see more expansions because, as a classic cowboy fan, I can't get enough of it, but nothing down the pipeline that I'm aware of.
Okay, very, very cool. MSRP, and also when is this expected to be out?
MSRP, $49.99. We should be out. We had a little bit of delay in customs, but it should be out probably early to mid-September.
All right, sounds very good. So that is Flick 'em Up Dead of Winter from Plan B Games. It looks like it might be your cup of tea, which obviously, come on, how does that not look like fun? Be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. In the comments below, let me know, have you ever fired a gun?
Yes.
Likewise, I've done it at a shooting range and also in the woods, which I found out later was incredibly illegal. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever fired a gun? As always, thanks for your time, YouTube.